Welcome back to Tom Goes Fishing. So recently got word that access to the West Ramp, which had been closed for almost a year due to fire damage, had been opened back up to the public. And on top of that, apparently the stripers had been boiling there in the morning. I'd been out a couple of times and it was hit or miss. One or two mornings, the stripers were boiling pretty good. The other two mornings, there wasn't anything going on. And on this particular morning, I'm walking down the ramp, really disappointed because I haven't seen anything happening, out on the water as I'm walking down. That was about to change because, as I'm climbing through the rocks here, I'm about to hear, as soon as I get up here, like right here, I hear them splashing. So I'm not fast forwarding here. I'm just like rushing, trying to get around this point here. And lo and behold, there they are, just splashing away. I feel really stupid right here. With all the surface activity, I couldn't see my line. I couldn't tell where the fish was. And for like 15-20 seconds there, it's just sitting right on the shore. I had no idea. Yeah, felt pretty stupid at that moment. So anyway, that's one. And that's two. So that's 2 casts in a row with the hookup. Yeah, this one I think is a little better than that first one. A little bit, not a lot. Yeah, that's 3 casts in a row with the hookup. You'll notice that all of these fish were caught on a Fluke Super Junior or a Super Fluke Junior, and they all are caught on the same one. They use a technique that I actually learned from Pascal Basson, a number of years back, that allow you to nose hook the fluke in a way that the fluke tends to not come off. A couple of years back, I made a video on it. Oh, by the way, that's 4 casts in a row now with the fish on. But yeah, a few years back, I made a video explaining how I rigged it, and I took that and put it at the end of this video. So if you're interested in seeing how I rigged the Super Fluke Junior, you can hold on and watch the end of the video. If not, no biggie. Alright, well, landed 3, lost 1, all in a matter of minutes. So here I have the first couple of casts where I didn't hook up, coming back down to reality. You can't hook up every time. Plus, the fish were still boiling around, but they were more spread out, and more sparse, and fewer fish boiling at the same time. If you watch here, you'll see one actually try to hit the fluke as I was reeling it in. But yeah, so they're getting more spread out. So now I'm having to pick and choose, where to cast, whenever I see them. On this particular cast, there were a couple of short bites, but they didn't hook up. All right, there's number 5. Now, these aren't big stripers. They all average maybe about 1.5 pounds. But when the action's like this, it's just like nonstop, catching. It's just a lot of fun, especially on light action. I'm using medium light rod with 6-pound test, so it makes it a little sporting still for these little guys. So yeah, that's 4 in the hand. So now at this point, it's been at least 5 minutes since I've gotten a bite. I'm like spoiled at this point. I'm like, what's going on? Come on. And there's still some fish around. You probably won't see them in this video, but there's like occasional flurry of activity, here and there. So I'm still holding out hope that I can get one more. Oh, there we go. The one thing you may notice is that on this particular day, almost all of the hits were on a pause. And I found with these smaller stripers, it varies. Some days, and they want it just ripping through, super fast, and other days like this one, they won't hit it unless it's stopped and starting to slowly sink. Mix it up when you get into these boils. If one retrieve is not working, try another one. Just mix things up until you find what they're looking for on that given day. I don't know how many of these this is this morning. Probably at least 6. Hey everybody, this is Tom from Tom Goes Fishing. I've been getting a lot of requests recently to show how I rigged the Fluke that I'm using at Castaic Lake for boils. It's not very complicated. There's only 3 things you need. I use a size 1 finesse hook. This happens to be a drop shot hook just because I have a ton of them, but any size 1 finesse hook would work. And then you need an owner CPS centering pin. This is a screw that you can screw into the plastic and it'll hold in place. And then you need your Fluke. This just happens to be a Super Fluke Junior, but that's all you need. So what you do is you take the centering pin and you just screw it in the nose of the Fluke until the eye of the centering pin is just about flush with the nose, like so. And then you just thread your hook through the plastic and through the eye of the centering pin. Now that Fluke is free to swing, but the hook is not going to just pull out because that screw is really holding it into the plastic. So you get action out of it. It lasts a lot longer than if you just fish the Fluke nose hooked. You can fish this Texas rig. It will work. I just feel that this particular rigging gives it a little better action and a much better hookup ratio. I don't have to do much to set the hook. It practically sets itself, and that's the rig. I throw it on a 7-foot medium light action rod with 6-pound fluorocarbon, and you know, you guys have seen the results.